Hello everybody, Merry Christmas and welcome to the Christmas special. As you can see, we're all here in the cow field, we've all got a machine, we've got 6 big X's, probably one too many, but we've got 6 here, everyone has got one, and we're going to do a massive silage harvest today. The video is hopefully going to be about 40 minutes long and then about 20 minutes of other things at the end, so hopefully about 40 minutes of Farming Simulator. Everyone else has got either a tractor and trailer or a lorry and trailer, and I think really we've decided on field 17 to begin with. If we just go into here, we can see the amount of work everyone's put in. Everything is fully grown, and look at that, everything is totally turquoise. That means it's all corn, except for the grass of course, and it's all ready to harvest. I'm not sure exactly who it was. I think it's probably a bit of everyone who has joined the server over the last few days and has contributed to the drilling. But it's certainly done a very good job. I'm really impressed with it and I think everyone for it. It's a lot of dedication, so I'm really pleased with that. We're now going to begin. We're going to head over to field 17. I think probably going this way is going to be the easiest if we can get through. There'll be a bit of ramming I think to begin with, just because everyone is in the same place at the same time. But once we get dispersed in the field, it should be a lot better. Thomas is just going to open the gate there. And I also want to just thank Ford7000, who is an admin, for actually selling the headers which allow you to harvest the silage, the maize, because without him doing that, everyone could have just joined the server in the night and taken all the maize away, and it would have totally ruined today's episode. I never thought to do that, so thank you very much, Ford7000. That really is a big help. Okay, Thomas wants us to go first. I think it is pretty much the big X's first. This is going to be one massive convoy. Look at this. Should really do a screenshot. As you can see, every field is just a sea of gold. It's all maize. So here we are, field 17, just in front of us. It's a field which we've done quite a lot, but it doesn't matter because with these harvesters we're going to be done in no time. We'll move on, we'll blitz through all the fields, it's going to be fantastic. I also need to make sure I actually know where the entrance is to the field. Despite doing it many times, I have lost the entrance. Hopefully it's going to be in front, because otherwise everyone's going to have to turn around. All of this convoy. Ah yes, it's just here in front. Oof, that was lucky. So 6 harvesters, 6 tractors and trailers, or lorries and trailers. That is going to be probably quite hard to keep up with the harvesters, to be honest, because it's quite a long way to the silage pits. We seem to have lost a few. Oh, they're still coming, very slowly. Steady, farmer, steady. Right, it's going to be one at a time, just to begin with. Well, we might as well make a start, because we're totally in the way here. This, if nothing else, is opening up some space. Farmer, James needs you. Just look at the map, the little mini-map. All those little red dots. Every single person in the server is around field 17. I really don't know how long it's going to take. The intake for this header is actually quite big. So, technically, if you've got 6 harvesters going continually, it should be... I don't know the maths to it, but we could probably get this whole field done in less than 15 minutes, I don't know. But there will be downtime as the trailers fill up. We have got Farmer just behind us, waiting for when Thomas is full. We've got 3 harvesters now on the go. We probably should have waited a little bit just so everyone could catch up. 2 haven't even got a tractor and trailer, so not going perfectly smoothly here, but not too bad. I was thinking whether 6 was too many, 6 harvesters. It is probably 1 too many, I think. We probably should have had 7 tractors and trailers and 5 harvesters. As you can see there on the horizon, there is another lorry on the way to the field. I think a few people went back with their tractors to get a bigger trailer, which is a very sensible thing to do. Thomas could probably do with another trailer as well. One goes, another one arrives. That is how slick it's running at the moment. It probably won't stay like this though, because it's quite a long way to keep going back and forth. That's why it's best to have the biggest trailers possible. Now, like I said before, there is only 3 harvesters at this end of the field. The others have just started over there. You can just about see them. The view distance is letting you down a little bit, but they are now on the way. So what are we going to be doing for the rest of this special? Well, 40 minutes is going to be Farming Simulator, and then for the final 20 minutes we will be looking at the compact tractor, which I bought recently, and also we'll be looking at behind the scenes of RC Monday. So whether you've tuned in for that or for Farming Simulator, then if you've tuned in for the tractor or the behind the scenes, skip to about 40 minutes in. Obviously if you're here for Farming Simulator, stay tuned, because we're going to be going for a little while. Hoping to get a number of fields done. We did start off with pretty much the biggest field, so it's going to make it look a bit harder, but we're definitely going to get some more done, and I'm sure even when we finish this video, everyone else will continue doing a massive harvest. It's definitely worth having the lorries. The capacity is so much bigger. It's an impressive sight. It's just a shame we don't have 6 going. It's just not really possible, because we're going to have more drivers in the tractors and trailers. We can't really keep up with 6 harvesters, that's why that one over there has stopped. But we still have 4. 4 looks like it's going to be the limit for now. Although, look at this, there is another one trundling this way. It's Dagger's fan. Dagger's fan just cutting in front there to lead the way. Daggerwin loses the first place. This could be chaos. Yeah, we might have to back up first. I'm stuck to farmer. This is incredible. I have never done anything like this before. If only I had the server opened up to about 16 slots, we could have even more. Oh, we're kind of going into the middle here. 2 going into 1 trailer. That is the problem. We just do not have enough trailers to cope with the amount of harvesters. I don't know if mine's actually reaching. If it is, it'd be filling up very quickly, that trailer. Already done all of that, in less than 10 minutes. Drummer Zip says, Happy Christmas YouTube and Daggerwin. If I had decent internet, this would be a live stream and we could just go forever recording. No limit, just go until we finish the entire farm. I don't know if I could be that patient. If we actually did harvest every single field, that is a lot of harvesting. I'll probably be here through the night, all afternoon through the night, and still going the next morning. I'll probably miss Christmas actually if I was to record harvesting every field. We'll still get enough done. We'll do a fair chunk of the farm, hoping to do a few fields on camera. We're now losing the light. Don't really like losing the light, that's why I've speeded up time. So we'll just skip the night time. Might not even record actually. Might get a little bit too dark. Three harvesters doing nothing. There is a no, it's a lorry actually over there doing nothing. Everyone is over at the BGA still tipping. I forgot to look actually. I wonder if the BGA is actually full, because there's been some silage harvesting before this. I'm not sure. Oh, someone's bringing the fuel tanker. The harvesters are brand new. There it comes, look. Almost lapped the ones in front. Bit of chaos happening up there, I think. No one wanted to bring a lorry to them. But finally, they do now. They've got 2 harvesters per lorry. Actually works really well. We have just got the final segment in the middle. It's not taken long. Very impressive. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All harvesters are here. I think 5 are working. Just as going down here cuts the field in half. Look at that. Yep, it's definitely 4. 4 harvesters on the go. That is the best number. 6 is just not possible. What gets a bit chaotic when we get to the end, everyone has to turn around into each other. Let's just see how far 4 harvesters cuts into the field. It's quite a lot. We're going way down here. Look at that. This should finish the field off, if all goes to plan. Oh, hang on. James is having a bit of a problem there. Missed a bit. I've done it before. It's like when you pick the header up, you forget to lower it again sometimes. I've done that on video before. Not quite going to get it in. 1 or 2 more passes up there and we'll be done with 1 harvester. We've got rain on the forecast, but hopefully, because we're staying in real time, hopefully we're not actually going to get that. Oh, hang on, I'm pushing James there. We should be set back from each other really. And this should, if everything goes to plan, finish it off. Look at that. It's like it's made to measure. Everyone else can go to field 11. I think field 11 is next. That's the one we're heading for. 11 and 13. There are a few bits missed, but we're kind of just blasting through this, getting as many fields done as possible in a short period of time. So we won't bother with the small bits. They can just be ploughed back in. Time to fold up. We're last. Everyone else is now fleeing down the road to field 11. It's not a very big field, so we might have to split it over two. That's why I suggested 13 as well. But that is one of the biggest fields done. Field 17. I think field 15 is slightly bigger, but still pretty good. That was done in not that much time. Here is the entrance to field 11. Actually isn't that small, it is quite big. We are required at the BGA though, because there's been an accident with one of the lorries. Somehow it's crashed, got stuck, so we'll have to go and free that off. I'll just park in here. Yep, gone the wrong way. That's going to look really weird to everyone. Don't follow. Yeah, we'll just go and see what's going on there. Okay, all sorted. The lorry had actually driven over the silage pit and over the back and fallen down the back and got stuck, so a bit of poor driving there. Anyway, we have lost the harvester, so we're now in the lorry for the time being. This should, however, be every harvester in this field now because it's so close to the sell point. I think they're here. Possibly only 5. I'll be interested to see if we can actually fill the silage pit to the top. I don't know if it's been done before. I've got it fairly full before, and everyone else has it in multiplayer. But have we actually filled it? I don't know if we have. This could be a first. Because they take so much. You can put so much in them. I feel sorry for anyone who's going to clamp it at the end. Because as it's not being done as we go along, it means it has to be done from 0% all the way to 100%. It would take hours. That would be such a tedious task. Might be going a little bit too fast here. I think about 6 miles per hour does seem to be the optimum speed. We've got, right, there's 2 harvesters there, 1 here, 1 there, that's 4. So there's only 4, which means there's 2 more, probably, still in field 17. We should probably go over there and get it. When we're full, we'll swap if we can do. Oh, unless of course everyone's gone to a different field. No. Doesn't look like they have. Wow, that is a streamer of tractors. I've got to look to see how much silage we'd actually threshed, as it calls it I think, before we started today. Oh, we've been taken. Better just slow down a little bit. It'd be interesting to see how many acres or hectares we actually do at the end of this. That field 17, it's pretty big. Must have been a lot in there. Must be a big field. What percent? We are on 81%. Where's my percent sign? There we go. Yeah, now we're closer. We've got too many tractors and trailers and lorries and stuff, and not enough harvesters. Really do want to swap back. Nearing the end of this field as well. This will be our second field done. 98%, 99%. And we're full. No idea which field they're going to next. I did suggest 13, but it's totally up to them. 13 is quite a good field, but any's good. Every single one except for the grass fields have got maize in, so anything. Let's see how full the pit is. Each time a lorry comes in, it's bringing in 59,000 litres. So that's got to be full. Oh look, we do have someone on the clamping job. Ollie Roberts. I think it seems to be tip anywhere. Oh look at that, it's 94% full. We've almost filled the first clamp. We might even do it now. Oh, not quite. If we stay here, that tractor will do it. Freddie will fill it. And there it goes. Full. We'll have to move on to that one next. And then the ones at the yard. And when they're full, we really have had it. They'll have to be sold. Someone says field 9, someone says field 7. Don't know what they're going to go for. Yeah, these two harvesters are still here. I'm going to fold them up. We can use them. Bit of a waste them being just here. That went straight through the cab. That must have been painful. Okay, let's take them. It'd be good to have at least 5 running. Only problem is, we're a long way from everyone else now, so we're going to have a long journey to get to them. Looking at the minimap, you can see that everyone is heading up that road, past field 7. Don't know which one they've chosen. It could even be field 7. Yep, it is. They're all going for field 7. That's quite a big field, but because it's so close to the sell point, we can have more harvesters. Just on the synchronising page here, James left the server. You can see where they are. First one's just going around the first headland. Everyone else is still over at the top there. This should work really well though. Here is the entrance. We're still waiting for a few vehicles to move. Unless they're waiting for me, of course. They could well be. Oh no, Tractor Boy's here. Not sure why they're not helping. I'm not sure. But we'll get unfolded. We'll be ready. Okay, we are off. We've got a tractor and trailer alongside. We can turn the beacons off now, we don't need them on. Pretty good sized field as well. Oh yes, the old amazing joke. When you say it's amazing as in it's amazing the maize we're harvesting. Yep, I think I've said that enough times. Kind of getting old now. It was good when I started it, but I'm sure someone else has already said it before me. Should be 5 harvesters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Joe's all alone. We'll probably do that field next. What is this? Sugar beet. Interesting. Same drill, I think, isn't it? That will be the reason. Easy to accidentally swap which crop you're drilling. Chaos. The lag is picking up. Everyone's in the same place. Must be pretty full now. Kind of levelling off the field a bit because it's such a indent there. Not quite as bad now. No, someone else has left. That means we're going to get some synchronising. Right, loads of people have just left. Loads of people have just joined. We've had lots of synchronising. But everyone who was here has now gone to empty their tractors, which are probably going between two actually. Oh no, someone else is leaving. Oh no. But while we're not synchronising, we will just let these two fill the trailer. Ready? How long until it synchronises? Pretty good. Ah, there we go. We're almost full. Should be another lorry on the way, hopefully. I think there's one coming now. We're going empty into the second silage pit. I'm actually surprised about how many people are joining and leaving. Well, more that they're leaving. It's incredible. I didn't think so many people would be coming and going so much. But they are. Starting to get a little bit messy where the harvesters are being dumped. Probably get back into that one though. And harvest field number 8. This has got to be a first. I've never been on a map which has been totally one crop. And another thing is it hasn't been done in Giants Editor. It's actually been drilled by real people in real time. It's incredible. Really, really incredible. And it was only done in a few days, because it was only a few days ago that I announced that I was going to do this massive silage harvest. How full is this pit? This one is 42%. And if the other one has been filled, if it's been clamped, oh, not yet, then we could have covered it, but obviously not quite ready. Ollie Roberts is the person doing it. That is a lot of machinery, all in one field. Getting to that point now, everyone's begging for a shout out. Well, instead of trying to find everyone's name, we'll just go to the menu. Everyone who is currently in the server, there you go. Thanks very much for helping in the Christmas special. Everyone is there. There has been other people, of course, but everyone keeps changing. Different people keep joining. They're the current players. There has been a lot missed, actually. Look at this. But we are back with the harvester. We'll just get this bit finished off and then we can move on to the fourth field. Fold up again. We'll move on to the next field. I suggested field 8, but it looks like everyone else is going to field 4. Doesn't really matter. And we'll probably make this the final field for today. There are so many fields which everyone can continue with, but for in the video on screen, that will probably be enough. That is a lot of silage harvesting in one day. Probably only so much you can take. They're just all sorting themselves out. We'll be in a minute. This field is actually very hilly. Not a very flat one. It might be a bit troublesome with the headers. Okay, that's weird. We've got some going that way round, some going that way round. I would usually go clockwise. Yeah, this is a serious incline. We are leaning considerably. Oh, what's happening here? I'm guessing Farmer can't reach Tractor Boy's lorry. Already on the final triangle. When we're done here, we will go and see how full the pit is, and we'll finish it there for today. We'll then move on and have a look at some other stuff for the rest of this video. But for Farming Simulator, that can probably be it. We will, however, return to Farming Simulator on the 26th. The lag is getting increasingly bad, with everyone being in the same place at the same time. And that leaves this bit here. I don't even know if we'll be required. Maybe just about. Take the end bit off. Yeah, look, we'll take this bit off here. There. So yes, it's getting a little bit messy. Everyone is sort of on top of each other all the time, so we should probably make a move. I'll leave the harvester here, so if anyone wants to use it, they can do. Meanwhile, while everyone else heads over to field 51, we will go and check up on the BGA, and then we will move away from Farming Simulator and do something else. As you can see, Ollie Roberts is doing a fantastic job. This side is totally clamped and covered over, all fermenting, 15% done, and this side is still currently being clamped, or compacted, 81%, and it is 71% full. So very soon, with a tractor and trailer coming in every minute, this side is going to have to be emptied. Look at the top road, you can see everyone heading over there to field 51. But yep, we will leave it there. We'll go and take a look at my new but old compact tractor, and also have a look at behind the scenes of RC Monday. If you're going to leave the video here, thanks for watching, and also Merry Christmas to you. Hopefully you have a great Christmas. But if you're going to stay with us, then let's go and take a look at the compact tractor. So here it is, the compact tractor which I bought fairly recently, within the month. It's a Massey Ferguson 1220. Massey Ferguson, obviously, because it's my favourite brand of tractor, but I know that'll probably not be everyone's cup of tea, but it is my favourite. I think they're very well made. This tractor is very well made. And it's also rare. It's rare, but there's lots of parts available, so why would I not buy it? I just could not resist buying it, so I did. But you can see the cosmetic condition is overall pretty good. There's a few bits of damage here and there, I'll show you them in a minute or two, but it's not too bad at all. So just walking around the tractor, the new side lights and indicators I've just fitted recently, new top linkage, and I think everything else is how it was when I got it. It's a geared version this, you can get hydrostatic. It's got 3 gears, 2 ranges, so 6 gears forward, 2 gears backwards, and that's it back at the front again. You can see the front grille needs a bit of work. And something else I really like is the seat, because it's got the Massey Ferguson logo embossed into the back of it. I'm not sure if it's actually leather. It looks like leather, but it could be a plasticky, synthetic look-alike. But nonetheless, it is still very strong. I think it's the original seat from new, over 20 years old, so it's still very good. Down here, handbrake, four-wheel drive control, and also the speed to higher and lower your 3-point linkage. Over here is the differential lock. You press that down with your foot, and it locks the rear axle, and also the ID plate. That is the 3-point linkage control arm, and that is for our auxiliary hydraulics. It's actually got one spool already, as you can see on the back. B requires the quick connect, but that shouldn't be too hard to get. Like I say, there's a new top link, and also below the top link is the PTO, which can run at 540 and 1000, but someone has actually stopped it from running at 1000, so it can only do 540, but that is pretty much all you'd want to do with this tractor. The majority of the lights do work. I think just the left indicator doesn't work, but all the others do. You can see the back light is on, and also the right indicator. Everything else works. It's probably just a bulb or maybe a fuse, most likely a bulb. I'll be looking into this on my other channel. Let's take a look underneath it. Never looked underneath it before. It's actually much easier with a camera. Looks quite clean. You can see the gearbox at the back, and there's the PTO for the, well, that's the mid PTO for the deck. I don't have a deck for it though, it didn't come with one. And here's a closer look at some of the damage. It's not too serious. Very minor things really. Now looking at the controls for the drive, the accelerator, the double brake there, independent brakes, and the clutch. The clutch is very strong in this one. I don't know if it's been replaced before, but it all works very well. That's the hand throttle, and of course the dashboard, which I really like, very stylish. Here's the controls for the light. That's the indicators. You twist this, that's for the light, side lights, main beam, as you can see there. Over here is a switch for the parking lights and also the hazard warning lights. So let's take a look at behind the side panel. It's still very dirty inside here because this is before I did the video of deep cleaning it. Click on the link there to watch me deep cleaning the engine. And also the battery is the wrong size for the tractor. But everything is intact, there's no damage, all works perfectly, so that is what I'm looking for. And that is the radiator, the fan, the alternator, and the muffler is the thing top right. But the battery, yeah, it does need to be changed. It also has actually lost a few working cells, I think, so it doesn't work at all. It's pretty rubbish. Under the diesel filler cap, it's got a full tank at the moment. You can see it in there. And here's the inspection flap for checking your coolant levels, your oil levels and stuff, and refilling your oil. You can just about see some injectors in there, but like you can see, it's so dirty. I have actually now cleaned all of this out, but that is in another video. Here's another look. That's the top of the rocker cover, oil fill cap. You can see two injectors. It is a 3-cylinder. There is another one tucked back there. Now let's sit on the seat. Let's just have a look at what it looks like from driver's point of view. It's got a mirror. You can just about see, not quite a face reveal there. You can see the camera. And here's the dashboard. You can see it's done 1090.4 hours and still going very strong. We'll try and start it, but I think the battery is so bad that it's not even going to try, so we'll probably have to just jump pack it. So now we're moving away from the larger tractors to the smaller tractors. 1 in 32, as you'll probably know if you've already watched my RC Monday videos. I only do these every 2 weeks because they can be very expensive to buy. But this is behind the scenes of RC Monday, and probably looking smaller for a lot of you than what you thought it would look like. It is literally just this small farmyard on a table. Haven't really had the time to expand it yet. I probably will do at some point, but this is the size of it at the moment. Fairly simple, fairly basic, but it does the job. It's got a nice surface to drive the tractors on. There's space to store them and a good place to test them, so it's perfectly good enough at the moment. So what I'm going to do is just run through what we've got here, and the setup basically, and the way I film it and stuff. Obviously, to begin with, we've got 2 CQ control tractors just down here. I'll try and get the focus right there. I've got my digital SLR camera. That is hopefully in focus. We've got 2 there. Obviously the John Deere on the left with the front loader, the more expensive one, and then the cheaper Class Axion on the right there. We've then got 3 tractors in the middle. These are not remote control. These were mainly for the first episode when I didn't have any of the tractors and it was a bit plain. This whole yard was empty before I had anything else, so I thought I might as well put 3 others in that I've got. I had these. They're 1 in 32, so I might as well use them. So I did. I just put them here over in the corner. I'll move the jiffy bag in a minute. That is just there for the moment because I'm going to show you the scenery which is inside it. But yeah, we've got the silage pit as well over there. That was, I think it was around £15. It wasn't too expensive, but the price doesn't really matter because it's good. It's good quality. It does the job, and it adds so much more fun to using these remote control tractors, because before all I could do was drive them around, but now I can actually load things using the grass. Well, I think it's actually sawdust which is in there, which has been coloured green. You probably could make it yourself, but it's quite fine. It's been well made. Not very expensive, so I just bought some instead of attempting to make some. But yeah, that's good model scenery. That it's all designed for model villages. We've got the big shed in the middle, which was quite expensive, but it seems well built. It's, well, you build it yourself. It's flat packed originally. You can just take it apart in seconds. Literally, you can just pull the roof off like that. Just do that and you can look at the inside. So you could probably take that apart and rebuild it in about 30 seconds. It's really simple. But yeah, this matting here, which is for the, well, it's supposed to be the farmyard ground. It is designed for, I think, for train sets or something originally, but it works just as well for these tractors. So I went for that. It does all come off on the carpet and stuff, so you've got to be careful when you're using it, but it's pretty good stuff, and it covers quite a big area. And then we've got the field, well, I call it the field, which you can actually see where all the tractors have been parked. When I haven't been recording, I left these 3 on here. They've left all their marks on there, and well, I don't know if it'll come back or not, but I've got more of this stuff. Basically, it's a piece of plyboard which I glued with some spray adhesive. I glued this scenery. You just get it in a roll like that. Just stuck it on there, and it makes quite a good field. Not the biggest field in the world, but it's okay. You can also get this from the same people as I got the silage from. You could also get coal. That's like miniature pieces of coal. Try and get a good focus on that. There we go. Mainly for, like I say, train sets, I think. And this is supposed to be soil. Obviously sawdust again, because it's cleaner than actually bringing soil inside. But there's loads of different pieces of scenery you can buy if you are into like train sets or model villages. Just put them down there out of the way. And then we've got trees, and these trees are not all 1 in 32 scale. This one is. Basically all the fat chunky ones are. The other ones I've actually owned for probably 15 years or something, for when I used to do like little medieval figures. That was my scenery for that.
But they do just as good a job, really. They're not. I don't think they're too much smaller than 1 in 32. They're quite tall, very similar size, but it's not 1 in 32. Not sure what it is exactly, but they do the job. And you can see the backdrop there. We've got a green screen and then just like a black screen, and that is just ready to get rid of any distractions in the background, because it can be a bit distracting when you've got like a bookshelf behind when you're doing RC Monday. It kind of takes you out of the it takes you out of focus of what you're doing. But yeah, that is pretty good. It's what I want, really. We probably will expand in the future, but that is the actual setup. We've then got the equipment which I use to record RC Monday. We've got 2 large studio lights. Don't know if I can actually get a good view of them, but they give a nice soft light rather than like a direct light, which would not really make good recording. So I've got these 2 studio lights. Hopefully the focus isn't too messed up here. Let me just refocus. Sorry about the sound. I would do manual focus, but I can't really see in this light. I've got the lights off in here to add the effect with these lights, but that is the studio lights. That's the lighting I use, which actually do a very good job. And then the camera, obviously I'm recording with it at the moment, it's a Canon 550D digital SLR. We then have the tripod, Polaroid, which is fairly easy to use and set up. It's got nice smooth movements. I usually don't move the camera too much anyway though, so any cheap tripod would do. Just move that out of the way, and then under here we've got a load of clutter, which is really just from the stuff I've been using. We've got obviously the 2 boxes there for the 2 tractors, or 3 tractors actually, 2 boxes there. And Universal Hobbies, that one is, I think that one is that tractor there, the Massey Ferguson. And then the Siku, yeah, that one is the front loader. And the 2 boxes for the Siku control. That's the silage pit. Back here we've got some stuff I haven't used. I do apologise for the focus. This is some trees, some more trees, just never use them. And then another Siku control. Try not to crush the trees too much, but this is the lateral swather, also known as a windrower or a rake. So I'll have to do a video on that soon. And then if the lighting will allow us to, we've got some green screens, not very good ones, but they're in there. White screens, and then just a few boxes, nothing really interesting, tucked back there. So we'll just throw all this back in there. The model scenery does make a bit of a mess on the carpet, like I said, so you gotta get a vacuum cleaner. But I think that is probably bringing us to the end of the video. So we're going to leave it there. There isn't really too much to see, it's not a very big setup, but I think that pretty much does summarise it. So it's probably a good place to stop. It's been a longer episode than normal. It is Christmas. I thought it'd be nice to do a different special video. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else which I need to say, so we're going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. Have a great Christmas. There won't be a video on Christmas Day, but there hopefully will be one on Boxing Day. So until then, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now, and have a great Christmas.